Okay, so when I was 18 and graduated from high school, I decided that I wanted to be an adult. So I kind of proceeded to look for a job. Because it was my first job and I had absolutely no experience, there weren't many job openings for me. So I had to pick like a job kind of at the bottom of the barrel. No one would really, pick it, which was fast food. So when I started working in fast food, I knew I was gonna get some like snappy customers, but I thought it was gonna be like a once a month or a week type of event. Nah, I was lied to. And even before I started, the manager told me it was a lot of work for little pay. I didn't really believe her, but you know, bruh, the amount of times I was yelled at for no reason is more than I can count on my hands. Let me tell you one incident that legitimately made me quit the same day. It was on a Saturday, and whatever it's the weekends, we would have customers like all day long, back after back. You barely would get a break. Now, I worked in the front on that day, so I was like the front cashier would have to, take the orders kind of face to face, and I was taking this man's order. So we had like an ice cream machine that was like right next to the cash register, which would be so like loud, and it was kind of hard to hear the customers. But I still kind of managed to get his order right. His fries, his drink, whatever. I managed to get that right. Now the only thing I didn't hear like fully correctly was his name, because when it came to his name, I had to spell it out manually in the machine, and I might have, spelled it wrong or something, but things happen. I couldn't hear. So when his food was being made, a customer I think before him had ordered ice cream, and I went go run and give her ice cream, and I came back. So when I had came back, his food was bagged. It was done. It was bagged. So I yelled at the name that I wrote down, and I thought it was, and this man legitimately chewed me out because I said his name wrong. It wasn't because his order was wrong or because it was cold. No, it was because I said his name wrong. Like, and like the thing is, we were trying to express some like, yo, it's been a long day, and a man go talk about some. It doesn't matter. It's your job. You should have knew that. Like, I'm not supposed. It's not my job to know your name, sir. That's not my job. My job is to get you the food. Your food was correct. You didn't come back. You didn't say, this was horrible. So obviously I got it right. And you're not afraid to speak your mind. So I just don't know what was the problem. So next thing you know, I ended up catching a freaking mental breakdown in the middle of the store, and I still had to take another customer's order on top of it. Because he came in right after I was catching a mental breakdown, and like I knew it was kind of bad because the other workers was looking at me weird. But I mean, like, I was getting yelled at because I said somebody's name. Like, I was already a hard day, I think, because we had customers back after back after back, and then just getting yelled at because I said someone's name wrong when I added like it really like made me so like mad, and it was like so annoying because like you never know what somebody is going through, and you sitting there yelling at them because they said your name wrong. Like, that's such a stupid reason to yell at somebody. But like, not only was the customers annoying, but like the management was absolutely awful. Like, I worked the closing shift, the night shift, and I would have to clean up and restock everything before I get to go home. Now, the opening crew, right, the morning crew, would literally just walk out whenever it was their time to go. Like, they would not restock nothing. They would not clean nothing. They would legitimately just walk out the door, clock out, and just walk out. Like, it was just that was it. It was over with. It's over. And I had to come in, and I had to clean everything. I had to restock everything and take people orders, which ended up taking me my whole shift. And then not only that, but I have to restock everything, clean everything, or else I'm gonna get chewed out for the morning crew because we didn't do anything right, even though they don't set things up for us. It's annoying because why should I have to clean and restock and do everything when y'all don't do that for me? Like, I gotta come in and do it twice. Like, that don't make no sense. And when I told the manager about it, I was like, look, every single time I come in, none of this is done. She gonna tell me to handle it myself. Like, they literally had me working like 6 days a week with 1 day off. And I would literally work 7 hours each day. That was really depressing. Like, bro, I would go home, shower, sleep, then go to work and repeat while only getting paid $7.25 an hour. Like, it got so bad to the point that if someone was to hold a gun to my head, I would honestly hope that they would pull the trigger. Like, I remember when I was standing by my register, I would literally think about how if I was to die that day, I would be at peace. So it was honestly horrible. Like, especially when you're in a drive-through window, like, that's a whole different type of monster you gotta beat, because it's like, even though you're at the front counter and you got, customers back at the back, when you in that drive-through, bro, it's back at the back at the back at the back. Then you gotta take somebody's payment, and if they give you cash, you gotta sit there, you gotta count something while taking somebody else's order. Like, it was like you had to multitask so hard. Then you had to go and wash the dishes on your off hour. Like, you got no break at all. I hated the window so bad. I had to call a breakdown in that window as well because of how bad it was. And like, it got to the point where I had to quit for my mental health, because honestly, it really would have suffered if I were to continue. Like, I legitimately felt so depressed because I was going to college and I had to study for my college. I had to do all this work for my college, go to work for 7 hours each. It's like I never got in a break, because you would work 7 hours and you only get like 30 minutes break. And them 30 minutes break will go by so fast, dude. Like, you don't understand how fast it will go by, especially when your feet was hurting and you could finally, like, sit down. Like, it was I don't know, man. But, like, the point I'm trying to make is that even if something were to go wrong with your order, or you're having, like, a bad day, all I can ask is that, you try to be nice to the people in fast food. It is by no means an easy job. And you never know what someone is going through at that time. And, like, if you have another option for a job, bro, please take that one instead.